Oh,
So hello, here we are again. So happy to be here with Bridgit Gaspard, who is coming back to do another workshop at Palabra Counseling and Training Center in Stanford. I am Marianela Medrano, and I am really delighted to be here talking about voice dialogue. And we had Bridgit, welcome. Before we start anything, welcome.
thank you. It's great to be here. I love talking about voice dialogue, and I love what you do, bringing people together. So
yeah, you know, I was talking to someone, one of the therapists who took the workshop with you back in March, and she was telling me how dynamic her sessions feel, how alive, and how she was describing feeling less stuck in moments because she can use voice dialogue kind of like an ancillary to the work that she's doing, and she always feels like when she goes there, the sessions tend to flow more. So thank you for doing that for us, for knowledge. And I was wondering if you can briefly tell us about what, for those people who didn't take the workshop last time, what is voice dialogue? Give us the one-on-one version of it.
Yeah, because then hopefully they'll come in the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
So, because what we're throwing is what I call a full day immersion
of
voice dialogue. So you really get to know it. And voice dialogue basically is a structured way to interview and be with different parts of yourself, different voices. Mm-hmm. So in the training, I will literally show how you can go, because we do a classic demonstration, but how you go from one self, let's say your good girl versus your bad girl. And in voice dialogue, we honor all selves. Integration is including them, not getting rid of them. And so when you talk to the good girl, she gets to speak from the heart. And you will never ask the good girl to loosen up a little bit and at least try a little bad girl things. No, the good girl part of you might be prim and proper, plays by the rules, and is sweet. And you get to learn the gift of that self and also the limitations, but the things that that part of you cares about. Then in a session, you might go to the bad girl, and she's out there and wild, and she brings fun to your life, and her gift might be like she keeps life adventurous. But her sting might be too impulsive or not, or messing with someone's priorities so they don't get the necessary work done that they need to get done, say, for their career. And what I love is that voice dialogue's non-judgmental. So my guess is the therapist that took it, you get to learn that all of these parts have wisdom and gifts. So you can feel as the therapist your own stuckness, and you can say to yourself, okay, what selves of mine are getting in the way maybe of me being my most present to this client? And also you can see from the client, like, okay, maybe this is what's going on. Instead of it being an enemy, it's like, well, let's find out more. So for us in voice dialogue, resistance is yet another part. It's not something to be battled with. It's like, let's go meet resistance. Because I've never met a resistant part that did not have very important wisdom. You know, like there's a reason with resistance and stuff. It's not an inconvenience. It uses being an inconvenience, so you listen to it finally. If resistance cells didn't make themselves like upfront and loud and annoying, then you would just bulldoze over them and not pay attention to their wisdom. So voice dialogue really gets you to listen to the big loud parts, but also those little whispers of intuition. They have space too. So let's say, I always say, like, getting out of debt, for example, is a very important goal, and many people do it, but then they don't know how to build the vision of their debt-free future. They've thought as far as getting out of debt, and then they succeed. But what about the little parts that are like, well, what should we build? Now that the house is clean, what do we want to furnish it with? So I think voice dialogue really is so dynamic that it naturally brings your own dynamism, whether client and or therapist or combo, to any time that you're together, which in this case would be sessions with the clients. It naturally brings dynamic energies to it.
So it helps people in the sense that we tend to practice self-aversion, right? That we tend to think that there are parts of us that we have to eliminate or that we have to make better. But in this practice is about getting the person to access all those parts and see what they have to say.
Exactly.
So,
well, I was just going to say, because in voice dialogue, the premise is our healthy personality consists of many selves that were designed to protect us. So each self, no matter how dysfunctional it may actually be, has a noble purpose, which is to keep you safe in this world. And also what I love about voice dialogue, it completely jives with all kinds of theories. Like that, what I just mentioned is totally attachment theory. And so in terms of the workshop, the immersion workshop, people will leave with concrete things they can put in their practice the next day. Because I'm a believer also, if you don't see the difference right away, you're like, what? I don't quite understand. So everyone left after our last time we did this with literally, I think I know a thing I'm going to try tomorrow. And I'm thrilled that they're still doing it and feeling the difference.
Yes, definitely. I have heard nothing but wonderful feedback. So I'm really looking forward to having you back here. We're going to meet in our Stanford office again. And we are located at 1100 High Reach Road in Stanford. We are very conveniently by exit 35 of the Mary Parkway. And if people want more information, it's very easy because your event is in Eventbrite. So if they look Voice Dialogue Stanford, we are going to come up right away. But if there is a need to contact me, people can.
Or me, please feel free.
Yes. So the best number to reach me is 203-770-4338. And thank you, Bridgit.
And don't forget 6 continuing education credits.
Yes, absolutely. For LTC 6 and social workers. And it's going to be fun, right? Last time the hours flew and we couldn't believe it. So I know it's going to be the same thing. And thank you again for joining us. And we will see you on May 19. We're going to meet from 10 to 5.
Yes, perfect. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.